Her freshly baked roosterbrood from a small food stall next to the N1 in Laingsburg. People come from far and wide to taste this local humble delicacy. It's so tasty that she was even invited to go and bake roosterbrood in Italy. This is Tannie Poppie's story.
Every day, in all kinds of weather conditions, you will find Tannie Poppie van As here at her food stall, making her popular delicacy. People come from far and wide to taste her roosterbrood. A mother of 7 with a bedridden husband, Poppie is still a bundle of energy with a bubbly personality, despite her personal challenges.
At first I was embarrassed, but later the embarrassment went away. And now I'm proud of what I do, to be able to provide bread to people. So the people come from everywhere to come and buy bread.
The humble roosterbrood food stall is the main income for Poppie and some of her children, so she's at her stall 7 days a week. Roosterbrood can only be made on an open fire, so Poppie daily picks up firewood she finds next to the Buffels River.
I have a motto in life here in Laingsburg. Bear it, keep going, don't complain, and look to the future. So Auntie Poppie only looks to the future. She still keeps going and stays positive, no matter what.
The delicious smell of roosterbrood first lured cyclist Stan Engelbrecht to the food stall 6 years ago. After he tasted the roosterbrood, a long friendship was born.
About 3 years ago, I started organizing an Italian event for some Italians who run this thing called Eroica. It's like a vintage bike event in Italy. And I managed a local version here in Montague. And of course, I invited Poppie to come make roaster cook for the riders. And the Italian representatives, Giancarlo Brocci, sorry. He was so touched by Poppie's life story that he invited her to come to their big event in Gaiole in Italy in October. So Poppie's flying to Italy.
The Italian representatives bought her ticket, but more funds needed to be raised for a visa, accommodation and other travel costs. Tannie Poppie's fundraising initiative was put on the crowdfunding platform Back a Buddy, and with the support from well-wishers across the country, Tannie Poppie was on her way to Italy. Upon her return at the Cape Town International Airport, everyone expected her to be exhausted from her international travels, but she was her bubbly, energetic, laughing self, just happy to be home, and full of stories of her journey into Europe.
It's a wonderful place with a wonderful atmosphere. And to crown everything, I just want to tell the South Africans that warned me and said, Tannie Poppie, you must be careful of those Italian men. Those men have good manners.
The Roosterbrood Queen crept into many Italian hearts. She's back on home soil, wiser and filled with new insights on life.
When I met the mayor, he said to me, Tannie Poppie, I have a house and a shop for you. You can come and bake your bread here in Italy. I do think a person should get out a little and look for greener pastures. If the sheep don't have any pastures left, they will die. So I think one should go and seek a bit of greener pastures.
Her roosterbrood proved as popular in Italy as it's back home. And apparently, it tastes just as good when baked and roasted on an Italian wood fire.
I went and fetched my own wood in the Italian forest. People said there is no wood, but Italy has wood for the whole of Africa.
Her journey also took her to Venice for a face-to-face encounter with Prado's version of the Mona Lisa at the Leonardo da Vinci Museum. But the highlight was a visit to world-renowned South African chef Jan Hendrik van der Westhuizen's Michelin star restaurant in Nice, France.
Jan's restaurant is baie pragtig.
Jan's restaurant is very beautiful. His workers, his waiters and chefs, I have to say, are friendly and they are so awake. Jan trained them well because they fill the water glasses without asking. You don't even have to ring a bell. And if the wine glasses are empty, they fill it. Jan spent a lot of time and gave a lot of attention to us. He is a lovely person, and there's a possibility that Jan and I will open something. He's coming in 6 months' time. Then he will come to Laingsburg, and then Jan and I will work out how to find one another.
Tannie Poppie longed for her family a lot, but what she missed most was her little stall next to the road on the N1, where she's been making roosterbrood for the past 10 years. Her incredible story continues with a documentary on her life in the making. In the meantime, she's back on her post at her stall, baking those now internationally famous roosterbrood. Linky Bierman, SABC News, Cape Town.
Good evening.